to drink as well.
Had some time off again.
I know, yeah.
It's like, you know, if it was for something like we're making it big in the world of podcasts, it'd be different. But it's just general life, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the downside. Like, life kicks you in the balls, literally.
Life does a nasty knee cut slice.
Yeah. The thing is, you concentrate on work and you're thinking, okay, I had loads of stress. I'll come back home and then I'll get changed and I'll go to Jiu-Jitsu, like choke a couple people. That's how I think, but I get choked myself. And then you come back and something wrong at home, you need to do that. By the time you finish everything sorted, it's like late. It's like,
I know. It just, honestly, everything just gets on the head of you and just...
Yeah.
I've had a week off work and I thought, yeah, I'll be able to go Jiu-Jitsu loads.
I thought you were going to be rolling almost like 7 days.
That was what I was thinking as well, but real life just got in the way and it's like...
I know, it's
pain in the ass.
it's horrible.
But yeah, it's been an interesting time in Jiu-Jitsu recently.
I know.
We've had quite a few things happen since we had the last chat. We had, I think the interesting one's the UFC BJJ. Have you seen that?
UFC? No. I'll need to catch up on quite a lot.
You've been off grid, haven't you?
Literally, I was off grid. And my phone was like.
Yeah. So it's like.
So tell me what happened.
So UFC have now got their Jiu-Jitsu line rather than just doing Fight Pass invitations.
Oh yeah, and I've seen Mikey Musumeci testing the ring.
Yeah.
New one.
So they got their ball.
Yeah.
Which Craig Jones is saying you stole off us.
There looks a bit better.
The UFC one.
Yeah.
It looks more designed. It's because it's rounded.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and it's an interesting one being rounded rather than just the straight 45s.
Yeah, because see, for me, it looked a bit better at the corners.
Yeah, and still got the Oxcon as well, so
Yeah.
It's rounded, isn't it? So it looks a bit more. There's no strict corner like in the pit for CJI.
So they had any fights in there already or not?
No. I think they're doing it as a. I don't know if you remember it, the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
Where they had that TV show. It's a bit of a reality TV.
I know.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great back in the day. Honestly, I love that.
I watched them a couple months ago on YouTube.
Yeah, I think that's what really got me into UFC, the Ultimate Fighter series. It was the Forrest Griffin, Stephen Bonner.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's great. And then, obviously that was a fight that made their fight became a Hall of Fame fight. So, but yeah, so I think they're doing a similar series to that. I'm not sure who it's Mikey. He's coaching one team, and then someone else, I can't remember his name. He's coaching another one. So they're doing a BJJ.
So that means Mikey's not competing.
They'll probably compete against this guy at the event, not BJ.
Coach against coach.
Yeah. The Ultimate Fighter always had this thing of they're going to compete. The winners are going to compete at such and such, and usually the coaches are either the headliner at that event as well. So it'll be something along them lines, I'm guessing. So
okay.
But yeah, it's like with that CGI drama of Craig Jones calling him out for stealing the karate combat CGI pit idea.
Plus, date's been announced, 30th of August. CJI 2.
Yeah, CJI 2's been announced, yeah, and there's a couple of teams that have already been.
10th Planet ready.
Yeah, they've announced their full team now, so.
Which is awesome.
A couple of good names in that one.
Yeah.
So you got the big three from 10th Planet.
Yes.
You got Gio Martinez.
Yes.
Who's little. I think he's doing the under 66.
Yeah. He used to do breakdancing.
Yeah, he's flexy as hell. And
yeah.
He's great. I think one of the things I like about Gio is he's got a crazy imagination for things.
Mm-hmm.
And he's that thing of, if he's stuck with a problem, he'll think his way out of it a lot in a weird way. And you'll just see something.
Not like others would think, yeah.
No, and he's very unique in the way that he moves around a person. And it's quite good. And then you've got PJ Barch, again. Big guy, big name in the sport.
He's very athletic.
Yeah, I think he was in last year's CGI tournament as well.
Might be.
Yeah.
Can't remember now.
Well, he's been in a lot of comps and he's been doing a lot of super fights and for big names. He's a big name himself. And then you've got Cal Bowen as well, and he's a great guy. His leg game's just crazy. So.
Who is 99 plus? I've seen.
Yeah, that's Cal Bowen.
He's a big guy.
Yeah. I think he might have been in CGI last year. I'm not sure if he was. I think I name dropped him to Paolo.
Right.
Someone to watch for leg entanglements and leg work.
Oh, he's a leg locker.
Yeah.
Mm. It's very strange when you go like such a big guy and like he's like expertise in leg locking.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just when you see things like that, you just because you usually associate big guys with pressure game,
Pressure game or like just like
wrestling type,
like a tank who go like
just smash through.
yeah, literally.
Yeah. So, and then so we've got that team. I think the European team's now been decided because a lot of the groups did trials.
Yeah, that's I've seen the
So Australia did theirs. Australasia did theirs.
Australasia.
Yeah, it's like it's just Australia, really, isn't it? Australia and the weird little islands around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just you love that name, Australasia.
Yeah, it's like you're just trying a bit hard when you say that. Aren't you?
I know. Yeah.
It's like, but when was the other one? Oceania. That's another one that they use for that area.
Really, Oceania?
Yeah.
Oh, because in the ocean. Yeah.
Well, there's quite a few oceans around it. You got Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
You know, the Southern Ocean. So.
Oceania.
Yeah, they call it Oceania, isn't it? They just try to make.
I know.
It's rebranding efforts all the time, isn't it? So you just go, and then on the comp thing we've got CJI, we've got Polaris, the women's team fight,
Not
the squad fight.
Not CGI, but
Well, CGI's got a women's tournament, so they're doing a 4-woman tournament.
4 women.
Yeah, and first person on that's been announced, Helena Craver,
Oh wow.
who just got a black belt as well.
I know.
I know.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of the girls gonna be that blonde girl.
Oh, Theon.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't think she's doing it. She signed up to UFC, so
Oh.
Gray Jones has been bashing on about saying the contract is locked in, that she can't compete anywhere else, because that's what UFC usually do for their MMA guys.
That's a bit bullshit.
Yeah, it is. It's. But you understand, UFC, if they're invested in people, they don't want to have them taking risks elsewhere, do they?
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. For me, it sounds like more like when you let's say train here at Henschel's.
Yeah.
And Steve would give you a waiver. Oh, can you sign that you promise not to train anywhere else?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. It's a crazy one like that. It's. But you understand when it's a business model, that's where it becomes different. So it's like, you know, UFC, if they're going to be paying you X amount and they want you to be reliable for fights, they don't want you to be fighting anywhere else.
They have it's like 50-50. From I don't know.
It's good that they do it, but it's also bad because it limits things. Because you know they're a good platform to bounce.
As long as they motivate well with the money, then I mean.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to balance that, you know, platform that you're going to give the sport with the freedom of the sport as well.
Yeah. Plus, if you get what you want.
Yeah.
Because you can.
Yeah, if the athlete gets what they want, if they're happy with it.
Yeah, they have to.
You can't say anything bad about it. It's like no athlete in any sport is actually responsible for the sport. There's this idea that, you know, it's a good idea of keeping the community going as a community and everyone's being accountable, but at the end of the day, me and you are not responsible for Jiu-Jitsu in any way.
No.
Our choices don't really affect Jiu-Jitsu as a sport. Fion's deciding to sign the UFC contract, even though she's got a massive profile, she's probably the biggest name.
To be fair, even any of them, they like if they do something, it doesn't affect. Every day we're still gonna come and roll.
Yeah, and it's like it's a shitty thing for I understand where Craig's coming from when he's criticised these contracts because he wants people to be free to go everywhere and do everything, and he understands that mat time with a camera on you for a competition like a big comp increases their profile, and by having the best people in more comps, you're going to increase the profile of sport. I understand that entire mindset.
That's why we're trying to increase our.
Yeah, that's why we try to increase our profile. But at the same time, Fion's under no obligation to be responsible for that. Her responsibility ultimately, and it's the responsibility for everyone, is responsibility for yourself and the things you choose to be responsible for. That's it. If she's not wanting to choose to be responsible for Jiu-Jitsu growing in a very particular way, if she thinks this is the way it should be growing and I'm happy with that, that's all she has to do. Yeah. So people aren't really answerable to other people, and the fact she's responded and like she made some casual response on Instagram. That's all. that's more than she ever had to do. She didn't have to really do it. But I understand where Craig's coming from, and I understand where she's coming from. It's like, if you what Craig's taken this, he's taken on the responsibility of growing grappling. So I understand exactly where he's coming from with this, but Fion's taking responsibility for herself and her own direction, and that's hers. That's her, and she has every right to make that choice. So if she's going out and says, "I want to grow the sport," blah blah blah, I think this is where it's got to go, and then she's turned heel, the criticism's fair then, but she's never really done that. She's said she wants to grow it for women, and you know, UFC is a major brand, so that's the direction she's obviously going in. That's fine. That's exactly her choice.
That's fair. That's fair. Like I said, it doesn't really much change for us.
No, for the grassroots grappling, it doesn't really change anything. Because all this growth that they're talking about, these grapplers like Craig Jones and all these famous grapplers who are going, this is how we're going to grow the sport. It grows the sport only in the sense of athletes being paid.
Yes. That's why, you see, that's why originally I thought that UFC Jiu-Jitsu, it's not that bad, because I always assumed like if you do anything like with UFC, you get paid a lot more. So that's why it attracts.
I think it is. I think it's
that's why it attracts people a lot more.
I think the contract is actually not too bad. Is it one of the tackets from remember last year? CJI.
Is it Bushy guy?
No, that's the Rotolo.
All right.
Tackets.
Oh, the opponent Tacket.
Yeah. Inky signed on to UFC, and I think
Inky.
No, to the UFC.
All right. Okay.
For grappling, the BJJ UFC, he signed the contract as well, and I think it's 15 grand show money. So you just turn up, you're getting 15 grand for your fight.
Right.
That's a lot of money, because you consider ADCC used to be 10 grand.
Yes.
So you had to win ADCC.
So on there you have to just turn up.
Yeah, you just turn up for your match. Your show money is 15 grand.
But you can't compete anywhere else.
No. So
that's shit.
So it's give and take.
Because 15 grand is not a lot.
But how many times in a year do you compete?
Mm.
If you compete 4 times a year, he's got 60 grand. I think there'll be win bonuses as well.
Yes, because I was thinking if you do once a year, then it's bullshit.
No. But compete just as much as I do, if that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even compete once a year.
I know,
But yeah, it's they'll compete 3-4 times a year, and then you'll also get the sponsorship that they'll get around being UFC branded.
I mean, then it's not that bad.
There'll be win bonuses, there'll be performance bonuses, and then you'll look at branding also. So chances are in the UFC game. They'll probably bring in some of the
but
grapplers.
knowing them, it's would be for them. It's more fun, like to do compete on UFC, then go ADCC, go to CJI, be more like a freelancer, like a self-employed.
That's it. That's what Craig's going out and saying that would be the best way for people to be. And you know what? It's great to have that free. But if these people are deciding, I want that guaranteed, if the condition, because all the other comps don't have show money. CGI does. But all the other comps don't have show money.
Unless, let's say, UFC reduces slightly amount and they say, go, whatever you want.
Yeah, that's it. And that's down to the UFC and their projected business model. So.
Yeah. But
it's an interesting one there. So, and then we've got the next one, the competitions that you like, Polaris. So they've got they had the squads event.
Yes.
Last time. Was it America versus Europe?
Right, yeah.
The men's one. They got the America versus Europe again, women's.
Nice.
And
Is it Ingi?
No, Nogi.
I started lately watching a lot the guy Ingi. Keep forgetting his name. Keenan Cornelius.
Oh yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's crazy in a gi.
Wow.
Weird stuff he pulls off.
Yeah. The thing he does with lapels, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, he's got the squid guard and the worm guard, and it's just
it's
weird. But
I think we talked about it, saying in Nogi, because he's heavyweight.
Yeah.
Because in Nogi, let's say if you put Nicky Rod and Cornelius, Nicky Rod would win.
Yeah.
But if you put the Nicky Rod in a gi, he's getting
Yeah, it's
demolished.
Yeah, it's, athleticism will only take you too far, but the technicality that Keenan has, it's just.
I know, yeah, it's
just
like wow.
awful. He's just.
I know, cause on previous or before you mentioned, and I thought like, okay, I'll just Google, and I started looking, and he mainly does in gi, and I was like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah, Keenan Cornelius is a wizard in a gi.
Yeah, I do like watching him.
He walks onto the mat, takes off his pointy hat, and then just does magic. So.
Yeah, I've noticed. I really liked it.
Yeah, but yeah, we've got the Polaris.
Yes.
Next one, women's squads, team captains, Fionn Davis for Europe, Helena Craver for America.
Oh.
So, a lot of people have wanted to see Fionn and.
Yeah, that's why you see I wanted like she would be on CJI because I wanted two of them see how they get on.
Yeah, I think because she signed up to Polaris before she signed a UFC contract. There's no issue with her going to Polaris, but
okay,
should be a good one.
But I'm guessing they're all gonna do no gi.
Yeah, it's all no gi.
Yeah,
Polaris sometimes has gi matches, but it's.
I was gonna say because I've seen few.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but few I've seen in gi.
Yeah, that's it. We need more gi. The thing is, I'm seeing everyone liking gi more.
To be fair, I've noticed it's getting more popular in America gi now.
Yeah, there's like a resurgence in the gi now.
Yeah. I was watching all the episodes from IBJJF Worlds.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so good.
Well, you always got to get it in IBJJF. The best way to see if gi's making any return is you look at the no gi guys, the ones that have made it big there, and see how they're going.
Yeah.
So, and there's obviously there's a change happening to no gi, to gi, where it's becoming more of a thing. So.
See, that's the thing. I really like how Helena does. She dominates everyone in both divisions.
Yeah. That's it. We've said it earlier where people should train both, and you should train both because there is a complement to no gi that gi offers.
Yes.
Where it slows you down, and your body position.
Yeah.
In a slow,
and there you need to be more technical.
Yeah. You got to be if you're being slowed down, you can't be as scrappy. You've got to be reliant on skill.
Yes.
Whereas if you're no gi,
it's
sometimes you can get away
scramble.
with it. Yeah.
And plus you get
sweaty and
slipping out and all that.
Like so, there's that thing of what. So you get an armbar in a gi.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm getting an armbar on you and you learn how
to
if you learn how to escape an armbar,
technically
in gi, because you can't slip out, that's going to do you better because you can still do that in no gi.
Yes.
But in no gi, if you're relying on getting out of armbars by being slippy and just sliding out, when you're
what
happens when you dry?
Yeah.
It's like you've not got a technical there.
Yeah, so. That's what I learned in no gi, and when I done it in gi, it didn't work. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, that's it, and it's because the slippiness can be a shortcut through technicality. Yeah. So it's good to train in both because you can't rely on certain conditions that are in no gi in the gi world.
Yeah, because usually I'm not technical at all, but I just usually try overpower, just force it through.
Oh yeah, I like to try and be the other way where I like to be over technical and.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're quite a strong person and heavy, so it's like.
Yeah. I don't rely on my strength that much though.
When you're rolling with me, you are. Well.
Oh yeah, because you're spazzy.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, you
my own good.
For your own safety.
It's either that or I wear a football helmet.
I know. Yeah.
But, yeah.
I tend to kick at some people. I do say sorry.
Yeah, you say sorry a lot and you laugh a lot and you.
And then
and you tell everyone what you're about to do.
Yeah.
So, well, you've got your comp coming up as well, the Grappling Mysteries.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous to be honest, because I haven't done for almost 2 years.
Yeah. So, no, for a year. You competed at last year's Grappling Industries.
Oh yeah, so. Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be nearly a year exactly.
Yeah, same. But I'm doing on a lower division now.
Lower weight class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
you're a skinny bitch.
Last year I done it up to 90 kilos.
Yeah.
So now I dropped down to 84. but what I've checked, I could literally do it on 77 because I'm literally on the balance. But the thing is,
just don't eat cake for a few weeks.
Yeah, that's bullshit. How you can survive without a cake?
You can. I think you can survive 4 weeks without a cake.
No, really.
It might be 3 weeks, was it? No, is it 3 minutes without air?
Plus
3 days without water.
Plus, I was avoiding to come in Fridays to roll. Of course, for me, traditionally, it's a pizza Friday.
Yeah.
You have a beer and a pizza.
Roll, beer, pizza.
I think this Friday, that's what I'm gonna need to do.
Help you recover.
Help. Yeah.
So what's your pizza of choice?
Pepperoni always.
Same. But I have pineapple on mine.
Why would you wanna do that?
Pineapple and pepperoni is like the best pizza combination ever.
Really?
Yeah. It's got that sweet and salty.
I go full on pepperoni. It's like big pepperonis, small pepperonis, and then I add up a couple more layers of my own meat.
You're just like, you're cooking pepperoni in a tray before it gets there, so you can pour all the pepperoni oil on it as well.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but yeah, pepperoni and pineapple, the way to go.
Okay, I'll try that one.
And you know what annoyed me? Joe Rogan's got that similar idea to me. And I was like, I've been having pepperoni and pineapple for years, like 15 years.
Really?
And yeah, Joe Rogan's is anchovies and pineapple.
See, I tried anchovies. For me, they kind of a bit salty.
Yeah, they're very salty. There's like seasoning. There's not that much fish. It's just a lot of salt.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's definitely, you want that salty with the sweet.
But when we've been on a holiday in Italy, we tried the pizzas. And oh my god, I've never tasted pizza that good. It's like, wow.
It's the bread in the ovens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I literally, when I came back home, I was on Pinterest, I was Googling how to build my pizza oven and all that. Like,
oh, yeah. It's easy to do.
Yeah, it's easy and it's like...
Get a yoga ball.
Yeah, and it's so good.
Just get a yoga ball.
Yoga
use that as... not the big inflatable yoga balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get one of them and you just use like cement
Oh.
and to make the arch, to make a dome.
Now I was just watching just to buy a pizza oven and you just...
You're the type to make your own.
Yeah, but I tend
And
to
you want a big one, because then you can do more than one pizza.
Yeah,
And then you can do big pizzas.
I would do like, yeah.
That's it, I know you.
Proper manly pizza.
You get some little tiny pizza oven like that can only do like a Chicago town pizza. You're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, Chicago pizzas, I would need around 20 of them.
Well, yeah, the pizza in Italy compares to the UK is totally different. It's more like cheese and toast over here.
Yeah. I think the biggest one you can get in here is from Domino's.
Yeah, they get a 14 inches.
Yeah.
There used to be a place in Clayton where you could get a 19-incher.
Oh.
So.
But they don't do that anymore.
I'm not sure. I've not been down there since. The box used to be floppy. It was that big. Because Skype was like, what the fuck? Yeah, fold it up.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Right, so, tell me, you've been on slap jitsu, combat jitsu, refereeing.
Yeah.
Tell me everything about it, because I've not been it, I missed it, so I want to know.
It was great. It was a really good event like Mikey put on. So, Bendy Mikey Pollitt.
So, Mikey was the organizer.
Yeah, so he's the organizer of it. And it was really good. He's like, he had all the DJs there, MC, timekeeper. It was all really well done. And it was just a crazy event.
It's more rough.
It was harder to referee.
Mm-hmm.
So the grappling side, I'm comfortable refereeing the grappling side now. It was just trying to find that sweet spot of,
Because when I tried to Google what is combat jitsu, there's slap jitsu, and I've noticed like they slapping the shit out of each other.
Yeah, they were.
Like, wow!
Some of them were, and it's, for me, the difficulty of refereeing it was trying to find the sweet spot of intelligent defence.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want someone to get absolutely fucked up and, for a medal, you don't want them to be,
I know.
Like really fucked up, like
brain damage, and got the medal.
It's not even that. It's like it's like you want someone to be able to put up a fight, but you want to try and find when they're done. And
yeah,
it was the first time I was refereeing a striking competition, and I think I started off a bit too tentative with it. And then
You like it?
I liked it. It was fun. And then, but towards the end, I was fine with just letting him go a bit more. And I think it's the developing the trust with certain people. So the ones towards the end of the card were people that had MMA experience. So you can trust their judgment of where they're and their reaction to being hit.
Yeah.
Because for a lot of people, when they're hit, their first reaction is the hands up and they roll away.
Yeah.
And they're just defending the curling up.
Yeah.
And there was a bit of that, and it was like just trying to find that, let someone work a bit and seeing if that actually person at the bottom who's taking hits is done or not. And it's practice makes perfect. I might have made a couple of early-ish calls, but but I spoke to the people afterwards and I explained what I was seeing, because that's it. That it's, as I said to one of the guys, what you see and what you feel, what I see and what they feel are going to be different things.
Of course.
And the only thing I can react to is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, and you don't know how much that person can take in.
No. So, like, one of the crazy ones was Avi Jack. And fight went to the ground after a couple of minutes, and he was in bottom half, and the guy, after speaking to his opponent who was, giving him hands, like hitting him a bit, his opponent was like, I wasn't progressing position because I was comfortable there, and I had freedom to slap. And it was like, Avi took quite a few hits, but he was intelligently defending. And I was like explaining to both of them, because I like to speak to athletes after fights when a decision's been made or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just to get feedback from them, because I learn from that. And also give them a bit of my perspective, just so they understand what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes an athlete might go, I don't even know what the hell happened there, but I'll let them know what I saw. But Avi was intelligently defending. He was reaching for hands. He was moving his arms to try and block the hits. He was changing his guard up all the way through it. And it's like, yeah, he might have been taking hits. He might have got a bit of a full face, but he was intelligently trying to work. And it was like, yeah, he's there. He's still in the fight. And the thing is with Avi is, like, I've seen him do things here and there online and all that. He's like, Avi's dangerous to the last second. And it's like, yeah, it's like if he's fully cognizant and he's fully there, and it's like, this guy, he's like, you give him a second, he's got you. So, and even the guy who he's against was like, I'm willing to lose position because give him a second, I know Avi can get me.
So literally, slap jiu-jitsu is like a one more step to MMA.
Yeah, it's that nice sweet spot.
If they're gonna like that, that means they might move to MMA eventually.
Yeah, probably, and then you probably get MMA fighters coming back to slap because it's a bit less intense on their thing. But yeah, it's like a couple of things I noticed was you can tell with the experience level of people with their discipline, and I mentioned it to one of the, and there's lots of behavioural disciplines in grappling as well as just combat jiu-jitsu as well, and there's mat discipline. So you'll find some of the really high skilled people understand where they are on the mat, so they won't do shots near an edge.
Yeah.
Like, you'll see them, they'll just move back a bit, they'll I'll give space so when I go for it, I can take you. Whereas you get the unexperienced people who will be literally, both of them are right next to the edge and they're just shooting a double. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing into the crowd? And he was like... So,
he's in the moment full of dopamine, he doesn't give a shit.
And it's this kind of, you see that experience level there, that maturity there. And then with the striking. So you've seen the people who have got experience with striking.
Yeah.
Who are going to be a lot more disciplined with their target areas. Whereas the people who are probably coming into it first time, less disciplined.
Yeah.
So, one guy did a actual punch to someone's stomach, and he's like, called him on that. It's like, but then, others were their hands were getting a bit outside the strike zone.
Anyone been disqualified?
No, I had one guy where I pulled him up, and I was just like, literally, split him and the other guy up, stand him up to have a chat with him, because he was getting a bit too, he just get
too handy.
He was going for the back of the head. He was consciously going for the back of the head.
So you can't go back of a head.
No, so... It's going to happen when people are a bit scrappy.
Plus, if person has big palms,
you're gonna get. That's it. You're gonna get a bit of crossover. You're gonna get a bit of boundary pushing with fingers and because the palm is there and the fingers carry on going round, and there's gonna be there's like a little. I just saw it as a bit of a grey area where their experience is there, and as long as people aren't protesting too much, they're generally happy with it.
Everyone end up with cauliflowers.
Oh, there's definitely a few collies going out from yesterday, but yeah, it's like, but if it was just a clear shots to the back of the head. This guy, and I was just like, no. I was like, I literally had to stand him up, and I reset them standing. I was like, I'm not setting you back down where you were, because all I know you're going to do straight away now without any thought is going to strike again like that, and then I'm going to have to DQ you. And I didn't want to DQ him, but because you don't want DQ. People come to have a scrap. People are watching to have a scrap.
Yeah.
And DQs are shite unless they really needed it. A DQ should be the last choice.
I think DQ is the one
And
part.
when there's a safety issue.
Yeah, I always imagine DQ is when you you being nasty and you're doing on purpose, like you're literally being a dick.
Yeah, if you're consciously doing it, if your conduct is there.
Yeah.
So, or your competency is not there.
Yeah, it's like you say to the person like no slams allowed, and they literally pick up and.
Yeah, so there's a nice little thing where, you look at, for disqualification, you're looking at either conduct or competency. Yeah. And you look at rule sets, like no grapple industries have their rule sets, where at certain belts and certain ages...
Which I need to read.
Yeah. At certain belts and certain ages, you'll forget it by the time you're there anyway. They've got a big poster, you'll be good. But certain belts, certain ages and experiences, you have things gate-kept that you can't do. Because there's a general understanding that at certain levels, you do not have the competency to do that safely. And that's why you then get disqualified if you do it. And then it's conduct, where if you're choosing to do something, that's bad sportsmanship or against the rules as well. So you'll find where, in a white belt competition, someone might, because their gym trains heel hooks, they'll go for heel hooks. And it's like, all right, you might know how to do a heel hook, but your opponent's gym might not train heel hooks at white belt. You might wait till blue belt, which quite a few gyms do. And it's like, so there's a competency issue there, and the fault isn't on the person the person receiving the heel hook because they're not trained. Yeah. There's a general understanding within the rules that white belts don't get trained. So that's why there's a potential for a DQ there.
We get trained in here, but I somehow I was avoiding that. I was trained slightly more training just to escape.
Yeah.
Other than that.
But yeah, it's an interesting one of trying to find that balance with things. And yeah. It was an interesting experience. It's like, not an experienced referee in striking. It was difficult for me last night at certain points. So
yeah. You never thought about doing grappling industries refereeing?
Oh no, I can't be bothered doing courses.
What do you mean courses?
You got to go and do courses for it. And I don't like doing all the points thing, raising fingers and all that. Throwing gang signs to someone behind a monitor. But yeah, I do it casually for steam.
No, I was gonna say, because you said you want to go jiu-jitsu full time. That's like a bit of a window in there.
I mean, everyone who does jiu-jitsu wants to go jiu-jitsu full time. We'll stick to the podcast though. Yeah, we'll become internet famous at some point.
Yes, let's stick to that.
It's like less traveling. Until we need to travel, so
we're gonna start traveling because we need to start traveling.
Do we?
Yes.
Where do we need to go? You want to go Norway, don't you, to do your yoga?
Well, I want to go Norway.
And I want to go Serbia to meet Jalhuni.
Serbia?
Yeah.
What's there?
Jalhuni.
Jalhuni.
The soft jiu-jitsu guy.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. We can book another holiday.
We'll just start travelling everywhere. At one point, we'll go B-team and run away because we're like...
You're like
twice as old as everyone else. Though.
Yeah, I was thinking more like a globetrotters. Only bad jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, the bad jiu-jitsu globetrotters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there's Livefinger. But yeah, speaking of like travelling around, you've seen Kingsway?
No.
Gordon Ryan's gym.
Oh, no.
So he's opened a new gym now, so...
Really?
Yeah, in Texas.
So he's teaching, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's teaching. He's got his classes there.
Is John Danaher back?
He's back, but he's not back. I think he's still recovering from his operation because he had his knee surgery, didn't he? So,
yeah.
But yeah, so there's a...
Because I've seen loads of memes about him that keep coming out while he's like in the crutches, you know.
He'll leg lock you with a Zimmer frame.
I know, yeah, literally.
Well, yeah, it's this Kingsway is his gym and strict uniform policy on it.
Really?
Yeah. So basically,
you mean like a Gracie?
It's stricter. It's more strict than a Gracie Barra.
Why?
That's just Gordon's thing. He wants a uniform student body.
So I like in gi. I mean,
So, I'm no gi. So basically, I think it's if you're in no gi, you can only wear black or white,
right.
and your uniform has to be something like 90% that colour.
Right.
So, you know, you pretty much have to wear ranks.
So you can't be a freaking rainbow.
No, you can't dress like me.
Right. Okay.
And then your gi has to be white unless you're a black belt, and then you can wear a black gi.
Right.
So
Then.
no blue gis, nothing like that. So unless you're a black belt, you have to wear a white gi.
So I definitely couldn't go there
No.
with my red gi.
No, we have way too much personality.
I know.
Or a lack of, because we make up for it with our bad gis.
Yeah. Another day. Actually, I've got think 5 gis now, and another.
Entering the danger zone now.
I know. And another day, I'm just scrolling, and my missus, what are you doing? Oh, just checking out new gis.
That's what I don't even tell my missus now. I think I've got that one coming from Kent Peters, and it's like.
Well, you got one more coming in.
Yeah, the Aloha.
Aloha.
Yeah. It's like like floral shirts.
Oh, the flowers. The
Yeah.
one. Did you got it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So-
When it's arriving?
I don't know. He says I think they're being dispatched at the end of July, so
Oh, right.
hopefully get it in time.
Is it like you ordered from America?
Yeah,
Because they're quite expensive.
yeah, but
Plus the shipping freaking costs a lot.
I know, and the duties and all that. But
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm willing to fudge it. So,
Ah.
but we won't say anything because the pirates at the border might get me. But yeah, it's like that's.
You're well excited to get that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna blend right in.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, if that can arrive before Germany, that's gonna hit straight in the bag.
Ooh. That, well, if it's getting dispatched in July,
It might.
so then, well, fingers crossed, everything all right, and you should get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be good if you fly to Germany and your missus calls, oh, your key arrived. Literally,
She's wearing it. Show me a picture.
like, damn it.
She'll just put it straight in the bin. She's like, you've got too many.
Too many.
Well, yeah, that should be a good one.
You need a key for your dog.
I keep looking at them.
Really?
Tatami do the baby ones, but I can't find a baby size belt.
Baby size belt.
Well, she needs a belt.
Well, you can make a belt. Or just buy a kid size, cut it in half.
Yeah, true. I think she's a stripe at the moment. She's got some good escapes. She really has.
I think she's two stripes or 3 if you give her cheese.
Yeah, if you give
That's
her cheese,
motivated.
yeah,
Motivation.
if you're motivated with cheese, she's definitely a 3-stripe white belt. She's got a little bit of danger.
Yeah. You can get spazzy.
Yeah. Gotta try and wrist lock her though. Wrist lock the dog.
Oh, I got wrist locked by Sam today.
Oh, don't worry, I got revenge for you.
You wrist locked him?
No, wrist lock Link.
Ah.
It's like I will wrist lock an 8-year-old child. I have no problem with this.
I've literally seen it. He was trying to amber and you just stood up with him.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
I carried over to his mum and told her, tried to get her to tell him off. She wasn't having any of it. But yeah.
Because he's like 30 kilos. 34, I think it was, something like that.
So.
Yeah, so you're like 3 times bigger.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, I could just curl him as well.
Oh, I do more weights in the gym.
Yeah, that's it.
You're like my warm-up.
I'll do a gym session one day and it's like, I'll just keep track of all the things that I can do with Link's weight.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. One hand overhead press, Link's weight.
Well, we'll get someone heavier, just stand up and do squats.
I wanted to do one where it was like George Mott. It was like, blonde George.
Yeah.
I was like, goes around the gym going, what can I do with George? Like, squat, bench press, deadlift. I was like, I can deadlift 5 Georges.
5
Something like that, but...
He did really well, I heard.
Oh, yeah.
Because he wasn't training for the 3 months.
No, life got in the way for him.
Yeah.
And then he came out without training and he had a great match. He got spanked on the arse a couple of times. By a guy who was just I think the guy was just hitting on him at that point. but yeah, he just like...
Did he submit it or...
Submitted him, yeah.
Did he had anyone like passing out?
No.
Like knocking out?
No.
No, not that bad.
The thing is, I think because the threat of slaps were there from people. They were a lot more messier with the subs.
Right.
So, like...
Because I was thinking, if you use the palm, you know, like, if you hit more like on a jaw, or if you on the ribs, person can like pass it out.
Yeah, yeah, you can hit them hard enough, you can knock someone out. But
yeah.
No, there's no clear hits like that. I think a lot of people are afraid of more of the driving hits. So, I think because everyone was in the mindset of slap jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not slap jiu-jitsu, it's actually any open palm strike. So you can actually do the driving palms. And the people were avoiding them. Some were really taking advantage of them. And you're like, they were like proper crunching blows, but...
And everyone in the crowd, damn!
There is 100%, because I felt myself reacting to so much like, as I see in some of them, because some of them slaps were great. Some of them were like proper thunder cracks. You hear a slap, you go, bam! You're like, damn!
Yeah, I really wanted to come, but I ended up camping, so... I literally was camping today.
In the back garden?
Yeah, we built the tent, and we're gonna be camping literally till end of the week.
Yeah. That's it.
I mean, till Wednesday, till she packs up and goes camping for real.
What you need is like a little fan, like the one I've got, the little battery powered one. Because it's going to get really hot next week.
Yeah, it shows like it's going to be really hot, yeah.
When I say really hot, I'm talking like really hot for the UK. For like places like America, it's just going to be like normal, like, you know.
Yeah, literally for any other place, it's just
normal.
Normal day in UK, like, wow.
It's like we're in high 20s, oh my god.
I know, each time you see here a bit, just slightly bit over 20, and literally gonna find someone like, oh, I bet I can cook an egg on a rock.
Oh, you hear the classic one, summer's here.
I know.
It's like, honestly, it's just, people, I don't know what it is about my people, man. The British are weird with the sun. It was just, you know, I think it hits a certain temperature as well. We all turn into idiots.
Yeah.
Like, no one can drive after a certain temperature.
No.
Like, the roads become really dangerous, and you just see everyone starts randomly.
Brain melting.
Yeah.
Brain meltdown.
And people just walk around randomly with no shirts on.
I know, yeah. Why are they taking like cans of beers in the shorts?
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell was that?
Manchester is a city of rednecks.
Yeah.
Proper rednecks, aren't we? It's like, oh my god.
Oh, wow.
It's funny as hell. But...
Yesterday we were walking and literally I can see the kid like, runs, and then you can see the line, like when you for the dogs, you let go.
Yeah.
And the mom, oh, don't go there. She's like, stops. I'm like, wow.
She's got the lead on it.
Yeah. The one that you release and then you press to reattract, it's go like, oh, back.
I got one of them for Dutchie.
There you go. She had it for a kid.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Well, to be fair, her other arm was busy. She was holding a beer, so...
Yeah. She's got her phone tucked into her bra.
Yeah.
That's a weird look that they've always got as well. It's like, oh, Manchester's just a weird city, man.
Yeah, to be fair, it's sometimes it looks a bit scary when they like get outside and they like wear something like 3-4 sizes much smaller.
Yeah, it's like squidging things out.
I know, yeah. It's like a candle melting.
Have you seen them squidgy toys where you just do that and like the eyes bulge out?
There you go. Yeah, literally.
Oh. Anyway, I think we'll be done for the day.
I know, yeah, because I think we ruined the Jiu-Jitsu podcast.
Yeah. We were talking about the weird neighbourhood of that is Manchester. But anyway, we'll see you next time on the podcast.
Yes. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.